Today everyone, I'm covering the fastest vehicles in GTA Online, and this video is going to be split into two different parts. The first half is going to be the 20 of the fastest aircraft in the game, and then the second part is going to be the 20 of the fastest land vehicles in the game. If you ask about boats, I'm not including those because there's really not many in the game to begin with. A lot of them are really slow. There's some repeats in there, so I can't even really get 20 out of it, and it really just wouldn't make sense to include boats in this. And in case you're curious, there's going to be a link in the description to the website I use for all of this data that I'm giving you guys. All of this has been tested by the YouTuber Bruffy. I hope I got that right. I probably botched that name like no other. But yeah, you guys probably should know him. He's kind of like the car guy. He tests everything. And I just wanted to put this list together. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And let's get started with the aircraft in this game. So number 20, we have the Miljet. I believe this is used in the flight school of the game. It says Air Force on the side, and it's an okay jet. It's not removed or anything like that. It goes 161 miles per hour, 259 kilometers per hour. It is just kind of a jet that's used by the Air Force in this game. Then we got the Vestra. I believe this came out with the release of the game, but it's kind of like an iconic jet for the earlier GTA Online players. The Vestra overall is okay aircraft. I mean, it doesn't really go that fast compared to the other ones on this list, but it's still a decently good aircraft if you want it. We also got the B-11 Strikeforce. It is unfortunate this thing is as slow as it is because it's such a great plane. 163 miles per hour, 262 kilometers per hour. It's not removed, and during this week, when I'm recording this, it is on discount. It has barrage missiles, homing missiles, and a really iconic sounding minigun on it, so it has just a lot to offer, but again, it's not really that fast. Next up, we have the Nimbus, and I believe this plane was used in the setup for the nightclub, and that's all I can really think about that this thing has to offer. It does have a very large under portion of it. Looks like a whale kind of. With the Volatol, this is kind of like a big Dorito if you want to make it orange. 165 miles per hour, 265 kilometers per hour, not removed again. All it really has to offer is some very weak machine guns that other players can use if they're inside of it, and it has cluster bombs that you can get as well. With the RO-86 Alkonost, one of my favorite aircraft in the whole game. It goes 167 miles per hour, 268 kilometers per hour. It's not removed, and I think it is the second largest plane in the entire game, right behind the cargo plane. But if you want to get technical, it's the largest purchasable aircraft. We got the fastest helicopter in the game, and the only one on this list, I believe, the Sparrow. This thing is quick. 168 miles per hour and 270 kilometers per hour. It's not removed, but you have to purchase it alongside the Corsita. So if you want to buy it, it'll set you back over $4 million. And overall, it's just a great helicopter. It gets you around anywhere. We got the only mobile property on this list, the Avenger. 178 miles per hour, 286 kilometers per hour. It's not removed again because it's a mobile property. Its whole thing is that it has VTOL and just very large propellers, so it's kind of a cool plane overall. We got a very unique plane as well, the F-22 Starling, or the LF-22 Starling, my bad. 187 miles per hour and 300 kilometers per hour. It's not removed, but its whole thing is that it actually doesn't have an engine, I believe. What you have to do is use the booster on it. It has a very long booster, and if you're not using it, all it does is just glide. With the Besra, another OG plane in the game, 189 miles per hour, 304 kilometers per hour. It's not removed. I think it's just under $1 million, and for a jet that doesn't have any like machine guns or missiles or anything, it's actually quite good. It's very fast, and if you just want to have a jet just to fly around, the Besra is pretty good. We got the only amphibious aircraft in this list, which is the Seabreeze. 191 miles per hour and 207 kilometers per hour. It's not removed again. For some reason in this game, a lot of the propeller planes are very fast, and I'm not really sure why, but this is actually a pretty decent plane if you can use it in the right situations. We have the P996 Lazer, the military jet in the game, 195 miles per hour and 313 kilometers per hour. It's not removed. We got the P45 Nokota. I don't know much about this plane, but it does go 201 miles per hour and 323 kilometers per hour. It's not removed. We got the Alpha Z1. This is actually a stunt plane in the game. 201 miles per hour and 323 kilometers per hour. It doesn't really have any weapons or anything because, again, it's a stunt plane, and I don't really have anything to say about it. It's just kind of a good plane overall. The Howard NX-25 is next up. It goes 203 miles per hour, 326 kilometers per hour. It's not removed. I think it's another stunt plane in the game or a propeller plane. It's one of those two. I can't remember what this plane actually is, but you're going to see in the gameplay. Nothing really notable about it, I don't think, because I can't remember anything about it. We got the V65 Molotok. 207 miles per hour, 333 kilometers per hour. It's not removed. It isn't really a good plane in the game. It has homing missiles that are pretty bad, I believe, machine guns that are really bad, and the only thing about it is that it's really fast. Go on to the OG jets in the game, the Hydra, 209 miles per hour, 336 kilometers per hour. It's not removed, of course. First jet in the game to have VTOL, maybe the first aircraft in the entire game to have VTOL. So it's pretty good in most situations because you can take off like a helicopter, fly like a jet, and it's very fast. And it has an explosive cannon on it. Next up, we have the Rogue. Another propeller plane, number 3, 219 miles per hour, 352 kilometers per hour. It's not removed. This is actually a really good plane. You might think I'm crazy for putting a propeller plane this high, but the speed is not a joke. Fly this thing in online, you'll see what I mean. Number 2, we got the Pyro, 222 miles per hour and 357 kilometers per hour. It is not removed. It's not really good outside of its speed. Again, it can house 2 people. The only jet in the game, I believe, that can house 2 people. That is if you want to get specific. If you're kind of considering any plane as a jet, then my point doesn't really make any sense, but I guess you could say fighter jet. This is the only fighter jet in the game that can house 2 people, and outside of that, it's not good. Then we got the best aircraft in the game, the F-160 Raiju, 232 miles per hour, 373 kilometers per hour. It is justified. It has like a $6.8 million price tag. It has VTOL. It is much more improved compared to the Hydra. Explosive cannon, homing missiles, and stealth mode, so you can permanently go off the radar. It kind of has everything that you'd ever want in an aircraft, outside of it not really taking a whole lot of explosives to blow up. I want to do the land vehicles in the game. First up, we have the Corsita. I personally really like this car. It's nice to drive, 131 miles per hour, 210 kilometers per hour. It isn't removed, so if you want to purchase it, you can. But outside of its speed, it doesn't really got that much to offer you guys. Next up, we have the Deveste 8. A lot of people are going to be like, what the fuck? Let me explain first. So its normal speed is 131 miles per hour, 210 kilometers per hour. Its HSW speed is 151 miles per hour and 243 kilometers per hour, and it's not removed. What I'm doing with the HSW cars, since I believe there's only one other vehicle on this list that has HSW, I'm going to talk about their speed, but I'm not going to include their HSW speed towards the list because not everybody has access to them. So I want this video to be as realistic as possible for anybody watching. Then we have the Itali GTO Stinger TT. It's 132 miles per hour and 210 kilometers per hour. And this is the only other HSW car, 168 miles per hour and 270 kilometers per hour. It's not removed. Great car. I love the look of it. It has a very tiny active arrow spoiler when it comes stock, so that's kind of goofy. And overall, the car looks very nice. Next up, we have the 811, 132 miles per hour, 210 kilometers per hour. This is the one of only 2 vehicles on this list that's actually removed. And this car back in the day used to have like a speed glitch, or it used to be modded to be very fast, if any of you guys remember that. Outside of that, it's just kind of an average car. It's not really anything super crazy about it. We have the first Arena War car on this list, the Imperator, 132 miles per hour and 210 kilometers per hour. Again, it's not removed because it's an arena car, and I don't know if this is considering the nitrous or not, but I'm going to assume so because I know this car really isn't that fast outside of the nitrous. So we got the only other removed vehicle on this list, the Hakuchou. Goes 134 miles per hour and 215 kilometers per hour. I'm going to assume that the bikes as well are considering their wheelie speed, because that's pretty damn fast for the Hakuchou if you're not doing a wheelie. We got the Bati 801 next up, 135 miles per hour, 217 kilometers per hour. It's not removed. I really thought this would have out of all the bikes. For its price tag, it's the best bike in the game for only $15,000. So if you want to pick it up, I would highly recommend that. And the next 2 cars have the exact same speed. The Toreador, next up, not removed. It's a submarine car, has boosts, missiles, machine guns. It can go underwater, all that good stuff. It is just a full package of a car. The Itali RSX, for the longest time I thought this was a supercar. For $3.2 million, non-trade discount. That is expensive for a sports car, but it's pretty good overall. It's not removed, so if you want to purchase it, you can do that right now. We got the Pariah, one of the fastest normal vehicles, 4 wheels, 2 doors, not a bike, not a boost car, any of that. It's one of the fastest in the game. It might actually be second. 136 miles per hour, 218 kilometers per hour. It is not removed, so if you want to pick it up, I would highly recommend that. We got the BF400, another bike, 137 miles per hour, 220 kilometers per hour. It is not removed. This is actually in the off-road category. So naturally, since it's a bike, it actually performs really, really well in the off-road category, since it should actually be in motorcycles, but not sure what Rockstar was doing there. We have the Scramjet, a really fun vehicle in the game, 137 miles per hour, 220 kilometers per hour. It's not removed, so if you want to pick it up, it'll set you back a lot of money, but it's worth it in my opinion if you want to get stuck in a fucking pool all the time. With the Weevil Custom, 137 miles per hour and 220 kilometers per hour. It's not removed. Really goofy looking car, but it is very, very fast. I believe it's just kind of all terrain. You want it on the road, it got 2 on the road. You want it on off-road, it got you off-road. You want it in the water, it'll get you in there, but you won't be able to get out. We got the Manchez Scout C. This might be the delivery bike for the Acid Lab. It's the same speed as the Weevil Custom. It's not removed. If this is a delivery bike, then you have to purchase it alongside the Acid Lab for $750,000. Otherwise, it might be the other way around with the Manchez Scout. These are two different bikes, but they have different speeds. And the Manchez Scout has 139 miles per hour, 223 kilometers per hour. It is not removed. One of these on the Warstock Cash and Carry website, and again, the other one you purchase with the Acid Lab. I'm not really sure which one's which. Number 5, we got the normal Oppressor. 140 miles per hour and 225 kilometers per hour. Not removed. And during this week, it is also on discount that I'm recording this. So if you want to pick it up, I would highly recommend that for how fast of a land vehicle it is. Number 4, another Arena War vehicle. We got the ZR380, one of my favorite vehicles in the game. 140 miles per hour, 225 kilometers per hour. Not removed, of course, because it's an Arena War car. And I really can't think of anything about this car other than it just looks good. And the speed's pretty good, but the handling is not really there. Number 3, the Vigilante. This is kind of a no-brainer. 147 miles per hour, 236 kilometers per hour. It is not removed. One of the best vehicles in the game. It's really, really heavy, I think, so it can just push anything out of the way, even semi-trucks. Has a really strong boost. Really, really good tracking homing missiles, I believe the best in the game. Really weak machine guns, but it can only survive 0 rockets, actually. It can't survive any rockets. I don't know what I'm thinking there, but we got the Death Bike. 150 miles per hour, 241 kilometers per hour. It's not removed. I thought this would have been number 1, but somebody's gonna have to test this for me. At number 1, we have the Reever. I know this is a really fast bike, but 163 miles per hour and 262 kilometers per hour. I'm not really sure about that. Again, it was tested by a trusted source, of course, but is it true? Let me know in the comment section, I guess. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's been the fastest vehicles in GTA Online. A total of 40 vehicles I was talking about in this video. First video doing face cam as well, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you guys want to see like the lightest vehicles or the slowest vehicles or, you know, whatever else you want to see, you could check out that website down below and see if that's interesting for you guys and want to see it. Or if you don't want to check it out, just want to see it, let me know as well. Or if you got any other great ideas I should try, shoot it in the comment section. Just try it out. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Yeah, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody. I love every single one of you.